On the air for more than 60 years, this is television's oldest and most successful real estate program, The House Detective. The House Detective is brought to you by Axia Home Loans, White Lotus, Loca Tile Group, Nicole Williams State Farm Office, First Centennial Title, Redmond Home Inspection Services, Campbell's Carpets, and Flowers by Patty, with resale homes exclusively from RE/MAX Realty affiliates. And now, here's third-generation house detective Greg Newman.
Good afternoon and welcome to the House Detective. I might give you a little pre-warning. Next week we're going to be on a little bit late after the basketball game, so set your DVRs in case you're not going to be around next Saturday evening. But today we've got a lot of great information. If you've heard about a little bit of an inch up in interest rates, we're going to talk some more about that with the folks from Axia Home Loans, as well as finding out about getting power of attorney and what that means to selling a home. We're going to find out more about that from First Centennial Title. Now, we're going to tell you about a great community in the hills of East Sparks. Here is La Tierra on the House Detective.
Building communities, it's what we do. From the foundation to the roof, in the most desirable locations in northern Nevada. When you buy a Ryder home, you're buying more than just a home. It's a tradition of building that ensures quality in every home. You'll find that quality at La Tierra at Miramonte in the hills of East Sparks. When you move into a new home, you can forget someone else's headaches knowing everything is new. Stop by La Tierra by Ryder Homes and you'll see why we say it's mastering the art of home building, one family at a time.
Moms love gifts. Sometimes moms get big gifts, and sometimes moms get little gifts too. But sometimes moms like the gifts that fit perfectly, like a gift from White Lotus. The ladies at White Lotus are licensed, bonded, and insured, and right now they're offering gift certificates to come clean your home for any occasion. So remember, sometimes moms like big gifts, and other times little gifts will do too. But a gift from White Lotus will do anytime.
This portion of The House Detective is brought to you by RE/MAX Realty affiliates.
I do like it when the office makes things easy on me. 2 mics this week. Sitting right next to me is Elizabeth. I know that name very well. Elizabeth, welcome back to the show.
Thanks, great to be here.
And we've got the 2 mics. I've got Mike Wood and Mike Smith, who have never been on the show together.
How you doing?
The 2 mics.
It's an honor to be here with you.
I know, you guys probably have like a Christmas time routine that you do, the 2 mics and all that sort of stuff. I can see this. Yep. So you've got something working in your head. Yeah,
big on cable.
Indeed. All right, we'll talk to him about serious stuff in a little bit, but now we're going to get into other serious stuff. Home number 1, who's got that?
I do.
All right, Mike Smith.
Home number 1 in South Meadows is pretty unassuming from the street, but step inside and you will see style. Step out back and you'll be wowed. It's a single level, 3-bedroom, 2-bath home with a 2-car garage. The kitchen has granite counters, tile floors, and a breakfast bar that's adjacent to the great room. The master bedroom has mountain views and access to the backyard. It's a yard that will take your breath away. Multiple water features, terracing, all set with the mountains in the background. The price of this 1,768 square foot home is only $309,900. Give the Lessinger team a call at RE/MAX Realty Affiliates and ask them to show you home number 1. Their number is 78-RE/MAX.
You don't have to settle for less, you can settle for more. More room inside and out, and more style and quality for your money. You've got it all with home number 2 in DeMonte Ranch. Greeted by a grand entry to this 4-bedroom, 3-bath home, you will also find hardwood floors and tile in the kitchen. The kitchen comes with all the stainless appliances and tile counters with a large island. This 2,560 square foot home was built in 2004, and it has full landscaping with a motorized retractable awning covering the expansive paver patio. This lovely home is ready for immediate occupancy and is priced at $354,000. Call the David Morris Group at RE/MAX Realty Affiliates and ask to see home number 2. Call 78-RE/MAX.
A dormered farmhouse with a wraparound deck set on over 10 acres. If it sounds like a dream, then home number 3 in the North Valleys could be a dream come true. Set on 10.5 usable acres with new carpet, floor, roof, paint inside and out. This is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home that has plenty of storage also. Designed with the master suite on the main level, this home feels larger than its 2,220 square foot size, with its many large rooms. This home on the range has the asking price of $249,999. Give Jerry McKnight a call and find out more about home number 3. Jerry's number at RE/MAX Realty Affiliates is 78 RE/MAX.
It's the setting. That's what's really impressive about home number 4 in Cold Springs. This 4-bedroom, 2.5-bath home is in a quiet spot on a cul-de-sac. To make it even more inviting, the property has a very private setting. On top of everything else, this single-level home has an easy-to-maintain stucco exterior, and that's a home with a great setting. This 2,458 square foot home has an open floor plan that features a spacious family room with a fireplace, tile floors in the kitchen, and a 3-car garage. It's a great buy at only $224,900. Give Ken Scott a call at RE/MAX Realty Affiliates and ask Ken to show you home number 4. His number is 78 RE/MAX.
The views of the city, the mountains, and the golf course are absolutely awesome from home number 5, a fabulous semi-custom home in Hidden Valley. Large open spaces will greet you when you step into this 3-bedroom, 2.5-bath home. The master bedroom is on the main floor. You'll find beautiful pergo floors throughout this 2,584 square foot home, and you'll also find 2 gas fireplaces and a loft, 2 bedrooms with a Jack and Jill bathroom. There is a solarium, and in the backyard you will find a water feature and those wonderful city and mountain views. This Hidden Valley home has been reduced in price to $385,000. Linda Bison is the person to call about home number 5. Linda's number at RE/MAX Realty Affiliates is 78 RE/MAX.
There's a new face for you. Linda joins the RE/MAX Realty Affiliates team, and you can get a hold of her, 787-3629, if you'd like her to show you that beautiful home. I know she's got a new listing she's going to show us in the next couple of weeks as well. So give you all a break real quick. We're going to talk about your cool listing when we come back, right?
Great. Wonderful.
All right. Now we're going to remind everyone when it comes time to buying a home, you're going to want an inspection. We recommend Redmond Home Inspection Services, 2 sets of eyes on every job, making sure nothing gets missed, and a quick report is turned around to you right away. Here's Redmond Home Inspection Services on The House Detective. We'll be right back.
See, this one's looking pretty clean so far.
And insulation?
It's BAT R30. If we get moisture in there, it'll freeze in the winter. It'll cause that to crack more.
Yeah.
It looks great, Pat. I'm going to go ahead and put the cover back on it.
This portion of The House Detective is brought to you by Axia Home Loans.
Some of the headlines out there might indicate that we're seeing a little bit of an uptick when it comes to interest rates. And you're saying, whoa, what does this mean? Are we back up to 9–10%? Not even close. But what does it mean? We've brought back in Kevin Anderson from the Sparks branch of Axia Home Loans to talk about this interest rate. And we are seeing a slight move up in interest rates, aren't we?
Correct. We're still sitting probably about 4.5 to 4 3/8 right now.
That's
for 30, and which is still low.
Still low. That's historically low in the grand scheme of things, isn't it?
Well, yes and no. We were down in the 3s last year, but interest rates aren't going to be heading north.
Okay.
Just kind of like the equity of our housing market.
Sure.
So typically, what we're seeing right now, if you're looking at a $250,000 loan amount, principal and interest payment on that would be probably around $1,250.
All right.
Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac are both saying by this time next year we'll probably be up in the low 5s. So that's a one full point.
Yeah, that's
where
a big deal.
Correct. So from a payment structure, I mean that's probably going to be about $150 more per month.
Okay.
This time next year.
There was always a rule of thumb as far as if you put so much down, it brings your payment down each month for every, what was something like every $7 or something like that, or put so much money down, it brought it down by $7. Is there any sort of rule of thumb when it comes to interest rates on something like that?
Well, from a perspective of a loan amount, for every $1,000, it equates out to be about $5 a month.
Okay, there you go.
On a mortgage payment.
Okay.
But, you know, a lot of people say, well, I understand interest rates will be going up, and that makes a little bit of a difference on my monthly, but it's really your purchase power. You know, for every 1 full point spread on an interest rate, it's cutting about 10% of your purchasing power.
Okay, so this also means that you want to be sitting down with Kevin to make sure you know what your bracket is, where you can afford a home, what you should be paying for a home, and what that price point should be, right?
Precisely. We've had a lot of people that are fence sitters right now, and I've seen it many times in the past where they almost wait themselves out of the marketplace.
All right.
Devastating.
Very frustrating. And it also means a lot of the times they'll go out looking at a home, get their heart set on it, and then come to you and realize, oh wait, I can't afford my dream home.
Right. When we traditionally get people pre-approved, I usually ask them what their comfort zone is, and that usually is a little bit less than what they can get qualified for, which is safe.
Right.
But when they're out looking in our market, especially if you're going to be up against a couple other bidders, usually that price usually goes higher. So,
right. And you want to be pre-approved if you're going to be one of those bidders. That's a must.
It is a must. There's realtors that won't even show you properties until you have that golden ticket in your hand.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. You want to sit down with Kevin, real easy, set an appointment. How they get a hold of you, Kevin?
560-5252, 7 days a week.
One more time with that number. You were real fast with that.
560-5252.
Very good. All right, it's Kevin Anderson with the Axia Home Loans in the Sparks branch. Kevin, thanks for joining us once again.
Thanks for having me.
All right, now we want to remind you once again that Loca Tile Group has so many different examples of what you can put into your home when you stop into their showroom. Angela was in here last week giving us an idea of, well, the hottest trends and some cool things that you can put into your home. Here's Loca Tile Group on The House Detective. We'll be right back.
After time, your carpet just wears out. No matter how much you clean and take care of it, it's time. Campbell's Carpets is the answer. They have been in the carpet business for over 30 years. They feature name brands like Stainmaster and Mohawk, and your home will never look so good. They get the job done quick and work within your budget. So stick with the company that knows carpets and hardwood too. Campbell's Carpets.
When it debuted a few weeks ago, I said this was a first on The House Detective, a listing in the montage. And we get to see it again this week. Your listing, Elizabeth, a cool 19th floor home.
Absolutely, yeah, it's great. And what's great about this is the montage is nearly sold out.
Right.
So there's not a whole lot happening in there for new buys. So resales are becoming more and more popular.
Absolutely.
And the higher you get up, the better views you get. So yeah, it's a very, very nice condo.
And it's on the east side. We talked about that. So in the summertime, you can enjoy the twilight without
absolutely. You can actually open your drapes in the summertime
and enjoy those views. So
yeah, absolutely.
Very cool place. That is home number 8. You'll see that in just a moment. We're going to get into number 6 right now, though. Who's got that?
The other Mike.
All right, the other Mike. Let's hear it.
All right. Nestled in a gorgeous mountain setting in the middle of a 40-acre lot, home number 6 may be the secluded slice of heaven you've been searching for. Located just 10 minutes north of the shopping center in Spanish Springs, you will feel like you're in the middle of the Sierra Range when you live in this 4-bedroom, 3-bath home. The focal point of this home is the kitchen with smooth cooktop and island. There is plenty of space inside and out of this 2,733 square foot home. It's priced at $315,000 and you will love the 3-car garage. For more information about this unique setting, which is home number 6, call Raymond Solorzano at RE/MAX Realty Affiliates. Call Raymond at 78 RE/MAX.
A prestigious address, a convenient location, and an affordable price. We're talking about home number 7, an immaculate townhome at Lake Ridge Villas next to the Lake Ridge Golf Course. These townhomes rarely come on the market, and they rarely look as good as this one does. It has 2 master suites, a stunning white bright kitchen, a wood-burning fireplace in the living room, views of the golf course from the patio and the upstairs deck, and an incredible amount of storage space. The asking price of this 1,800 square foot townhome is $228,000. For more information about home number 7, please call Dave Newman at RE/MAX Realty Affiliates. Dave's number is 78 RE/MAX.
Here is a first on the House Detective. Home number 8 is in the Montage downtown. This is a rare 1-bedroom, 1-bath, 19-floor unit. This east exposure unit has incredible views from the living area and the bedroom. It's separated by a sliding glass wall for a more open feel. You will find hardwood floors in the kitchen and the living room with plenty of storage space off the master suite. The Montage features 24-hour security, a 7th floor pool and social area, meeting room, and workout center. The asking price of this downtown spot is $189,500. To find out more about home number 8, you can call me, Elizabeth Sharrock. My number at RE/MAX Realty Affiliates is 78 RE/MAX.
You've always wanted to live in a model home? Well, here's your chance. Home number 9 in Collin Ranch is an elegant former evergreen model home that shows like new. All of the super upgrades that you would expect to find in a model home can be found in this 5-bedroom, 3-bath home. Special features include crown moldings, a fireplace, a central vacuum system, travertine floors, and a second fireplace in the master suite. A wonderful kitchen features a breakfast nook and bar, granite hardwood floors, and top-of-the-line appliances. This 3,061 square foot home sits on a 1/3 acre lot with great mountain and valley views. It's priced at $599,000. For a private showing of home number 9, call Pamela Ricci. Pamela's number at RE/MAX Realty Affiliates is 78 RE/MAX.
Located on over 5 acres that run along the Toyabe National Forest, home number 10 in Genoa is elegance with an incredible location. Thoughtful architecture has gone into this 3-bedroom, 2.5-bath home. Enjoy open beam vaulted ceilings with skylights, large windows to take in the valley views, and the use of brick make this home quite special. The gourmet kitchen is set up to work around the butcher block island, along with the serving window and plenty of cabinet space with a pantry. Enjoy the breeze as it runs through the pines all around this 3,282 square foot home. The asking price, $949,000. You can give Laura Moline a call at 78 RE/MAX, at RE/MAX Realty Affiliates, the Gardnerville office, and ask her about home number 10. Laura's number is 782-8777.
782-8777. Laura is down in the RE/MAX Realty Affiliates Gardnerville office, and that is a beautiful home with an incredible setting high above the Carson Valley. So you'll have beautiful views, and I was checking it out on the to see from an aerial perspective how far away you are from the golf courses. You're actually pretty close to Genoa Lakes down there. So lots of opportunity to enjoy life.
The golf courses.
Always about the golf courses, absolutely. All right, guys, hold on real quick. Now we're going to remind you that La Tierra is building a beautiful community of mostly single-level homes. And if you're looking for an affordable single-level home, I would recommend Plan 2 at La Tierra. Stop in, say hello to the folks at La Tierra, and tell them you want to see Residence 2 here that you saw on The House Detective.
It's mastering the art of home building one family at a time. Ryder Homes has an award-winning community in the hills of East Sparks, La Tierra at Miramonte. Of the 4 homes available, this is Residence 2, a single-level home built around a great room design. Along with 3 bedrooms and 2 baths, this home is set up with a separate master from the other bedrooms. You can even flex to a 4th bedroom in this over 1,800 square foot home. It's La Tierra by Ryder Homes in the hills of East Sparks.
There comes a point in all of our lives where we reflect, we sit and we wonder about what's going to happen long after we're around, and one of those things is our estate and making sure that our estate is properly taken care of long after we're around. We've got some ideas for you. We've brought back in Roberta Crown Rogers from First Centennial Title to talk about not just the estate, but that power of attorney that can really lead up to the time towards the end of somebody's life, right?
Right, Greg, and actually couple different things when you're looking at towards the end of somebody's life. One thing to say first and foremost, if somebody has died, the power of attorney is no longer good. The person that executed the power of attorney, that no longer works.
Okay.
There's a lot of different things. There's trusts, there's power of attorneys, many trusts. People put their properties, their assets into a trust. Not all trusts allow for the use of a power of attorney. It's really important. What my message here today is just, if you have any documents, a power of attorney situation or a trust situation, get it to us ahead of time when you're taking that listing so that we can have that reviewed by our title department and so that we can let you know what else we may need. Oftentimes, title companies want to prepare their own powers of attorney. We have specific or limited power of attorneys that contain the language that our underwriter is looking for.
Okay.
So that's from a selling perspective. So we want to get those powers of attorney signed ahead of time, or if you already have one, and it's difficult to possibly get that owner or the person that's executing or executed the power of attorney to sign another one, because those do have to be notarized as well, so they have to be done in person in front of a notary, is to get that document to us ahead of time to review as soon as possible.
When is a power of attorney most often used in your experience?
People say you have two sellers, you and I are selling a property,
okay.
and we own the property just as individuals. Let's
okay.
say we're entitled as joint tenants.
Okay.
I'm going to leave the country. And so I'm going to leave a power of attorney giving you the authorization to sign everything on my behalf pertinent to that transaction or that property.
There you go. Okay.
That also happens on the buy side, and the thing to be aware of on that end is a lender gets involved, like Kevin and their company. They're going to need to review a power of attorney to see if that's going to be okay. So again, the sooner you get that information into us, to your escrow company, the sooner we can get the information out and approved.
Very good. And that power of attorney, if it's not set up properly, can absolutely put a wrench into everything.
Right. And you want to find that out as quickly as possible.
I imagine that's really that can be a big problem when you've got somebody who is just simply away, whether it's on business or a long vacation, and you can't get them in front of you to notarize what's needed, then that's a problem.
Exactly.
All right. Now, if you've walked into this situation or you're not sure if your power of attorney is in the right, they can sit down with you, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay. How they do that? How they set up an appointment?
We would love for you to call us. I'm at the First Centennial office on Lakeside. It's 3700 Lakeside Drive, and my phone number is 689-8235.
It's Roberta Crown Rogers joining us once again from First Centennial Title, reminding us to set up a proper power of attorney if you're going to need it for any sort of transaction coming up.
Yes.
Thanks, Roberta.
Thanks, Greg.
All right, now here's First Centennial Title and the rest of their team here on The House Detective.
Teamwork. It happens everywhere. In life, when a team comes together, then everyone wins. Here at First Centennial Title, our team works together every day to assist you with all your title and escrow needs. So when it's time for your title and escrow services, give our team a call to assure the process goes smoothly. First Centennial Title, the right team for all your title and escrow needs.
Home number 14, you're going to see in a moment, has just gone under contract. It happens before we can get it to you. Brand new listing, Mike. Your listing came in, went in a hurry, but this gives people a good idea of what these homes are going for, right?
That's right. And we need some more. So if you have a fallen leaf condo, call me.
All right, that is down on Wedge, down at the very south end of town. Beautiful condo. You'll get a good idea of what they go for. That's home number 14, but we're going to show you number 11 now.
That's
Elizabeth,
right.
Let's see it.
Okay. Enjoy the incredible valley views from the deck, jetted tub, or the pool. Those are all good choices, and they come with home number 11 in Sparks. This 4-bedroom, 4-bath East Sparks home has been designed to entertain and enjoy the views from the east side of the valley. Step inside this great room-designed home, and you will find a clean floor plan with formal dining complemented by a fireplace. The kitchen is centrally located along with the great room that is filled with the light from the many doors and windows taking in the views. The master bedroom has a jetted tub and fireplace, so the valley lights won't be missed each night. Out back, the in-ground pool is surrounded by a stamped patio and sports turf. The asking price of this 4,364 square foot home is $650,000. Call Jan McKenzie at RE/MAX Realty Affiliates and ask her to show you home number 11. Jan's number is 78 RE/MAX.
Looking for a home that could be a lot of fun, like entertaining in the great room? Then home number 12 in Wingfield Springs could be a fun home for your family. This is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home that is designed around a great room that has a fireplace. You'll love living in this family neighborhood in this 1,614 square foot home. Along with the fireplace in the great room, you'll find a number of other features like stainless appliances in the kitchen, an oversized laundry room, and the master has a large walk-in closet. The asking price is $249,500. Give Chris Lehman at RE/MAX Realty Affiliates a call and ask about home number 12, the Fun Home. Chris's number is 78 RE/MAX.
Come home each day to enjoy your hot tub on a large deck with incredible views. Home number 13 in Northwest Reno is a beautiful home with an open floor plan, and it's ready for a quick sale. This 3-bedroom, 2.5-bath home stretches to 2,440 square feet with formal dining room just off the great room, and the master suite is separate from the other bedrooms. The home is designed to enjoy the mountain views. Large picture windows look out on the expansive deck that has a gazebo, and the hot tub is included with the home. The asking price of this home is $480,000. Call Tony Lyerly at RE/MAX Realty Affiliates and let him tell you all about home number 13. Tony's number is 78 RE/MAX.
Thinking about a condo, but you want it finished with all of the nice touches? Home number 14 at Fallen Leaf could be the right fit. It's a great investment for a rental, a primary residence, or a second home. This 2-bedroom, 2-bath home is about 15 minutes to great skiing, 15 seconds to Raley's, and right around the corner from the Summit Shopping Center. This 1,348 square foot condo has just been painted, and there's granite in the kitchen and stainless steel appliances and a covered patio. The asking price is $215,000. Call me, Mike Smith, at RE/MAX Realty Affiliates and ask me about home number 14. My number is 78 RE/MAX.
A great Southwest Reno neighborhood, views with some incredible architecture. Do we have your attention? If we do, then you'll have to see home number 15 for yourself. This contemporary 3-bedroom, 2.5-bath home sits above Lake Ridge Golf Course. The design features large windows in the family room with open beam ceilings and grand fireplaces, all reminding you that this is an incredible custom home. There are tile and hardwood floors, coffered ceilings, and skylights in this 2,775 square foot home. There is plenty of storage, and there is a private guest retreat on the upper level. The asking price of this Southwest Reno gem is $699,500. Call Pam Reese at RE/MAX Realty Affiliates and ask her about home number 15. Call Pam at 78 RE/MAX.
78 RE/MAX, 787-3629, or remember, you can go to renotothemax.com to find out a lot more information about all of the listings that RE/MAX Realty Affiliates has to offer. We want to thank Elizabeth Chirac for joining us once again with a cool listing up in the Montage.
Thanks very much for having me.
You're not ready to go jumping on that balcony there anytime soon?
No.
No, that's not her thing. But if you're looking at 19th floor condo, give Elizabeth a call. And we want to thank the two Mikes for joining us, Mike Wood, Mike Smith.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate you coming in. We want to thank you for joining us. We'll be on late next week, right after the basketball. So join us after the games are done next week right here on Channel 2. Until then, have a great week. Take care.
The House Detective has been brought to you by Axia Home Loans, White Lotus, Loca Tile Group, Nicole Williams State Farm Office, First Centennial Title, Redmond Home Inspection Services, Campbell's Carpets, and Flowers by Patty, with resale homes exclusively from RE/MAX Realty Affiliates.